Good morning, everyone. So it's a special honor to be here today, and I tend to talk quick, so can you all hear me? Is that all right? Yes? All right. And I'm going to read because I believe that my message is pretty powerful and I don't want to miss a word. January 27, 2003, the day started out pretty normal. I was scheduled to have a mammogram to investigate an irregular shaped lump I'd found in my right breast. I really wasn't too concerned because I always thought that if it was breast cancer, it would be the perfect shaped lump, like a marble or a quarter. It was also painful, and I'd heard that breast cancer couldn't be painful. So I thought I'd be in and out just like that, and I'd be able to enjoy the balance of my day off. However, the technician thought differently. She managed to squish my breast more ways than I could count in that big old machine. Each time she squeezed the clamp down, she'd say, "Hold your breath," and I'd think, I'd have a choice. After several shots of my breast, she left the room and came back announcing they'd like to do an ultrasound and could I have a seat in the waiting room. Time started to stand still, and I was starting to get a bit nervous. Minutes turned into an hour and an ultrasound was performed, and I was sent on my way with a footnote added. Your doctor would have the results by the end of the day. My husband and I went to see the doctor at the end of the day, and I'll never forget leaving the doctor's office. I was 40 years old with 2 teenage children. Outside, it was dark, windy, raining. I was crying, and I had breast cancer. 10 days later, I had the first of 2 surgeries, followed by 4 chemo and 26 radiation treatments. The doctor advised that I had a good prognosis. The cancer had been found early. During the early days following the diagnosis, I experienced fear and sadness. Fear of the unknown, because I didn't know if I was going to be okay, and sadness because I was a control freak and I'd suddenly lost control of my own life. I had amazing support of family, friends, colleagues, and a support group of breast cancer survivors, but I still had these feelings. 4 days after my last chemo treatment, I attended my daughter's graduation dinner. I was feeling quite nauseated, but I knew that it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So I dressed in a nice suit, and I donned a black scarf. I hated my wig. For any of you who have gone through cancer treatment, you might relate. And I thought that the black scarf would look more elegant than my baseball cap. At the dinner, a woman approached me, and she was a teacher. She was strikingly gorgeous and healthy looking. She was amazing. She said to me, "Excuse me, are you going through cancer treatment?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "What kind of treatment?" Or she said, "What kind of cancer?" And I said, "Breast." She reached out her hand to me and she said, "I just want you to know, many years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. The doctors never expected me to live this long, and here I am." She said, "You can too." In that brief encounter with that woman, I became a changed person. As she offered me hope and courage, and with that hope and courage, I was determined to create a new life path for myself, one defined by cancer, but not conquered by cancer. I made it my purpose to get healthy and to take good care of myself, so that if the cancer ever came back, I'd kick it in the butt. Well, little did I know what lied ahead. 18 months after my first diagnosis, it was a gorgeous day in July, and I was quite naive and quite unsuspecting as the ultrasound technician was checking out an irregularity found in my left breast. I thought, there's no way this is going to happen again. I was wrong. A second cancer was detected in my left breast. Over the next 14 months, I had a complete mastectomy, complete reconstruction, including a latissimus flap. That's where they use part of your back to create your breast. It's amazing what they can do. I had a complete hysterectomy following all of that. I absolutely love my plastic surgeon. He rocks, and he put me back together after cancer took me apart. My My approach to the second cancer was one filled with hope, courage, and assertiveness. They say time heals all, and in my case, it did. As days turned into months and months into years since my cancers, I've used the opportunity of being a survivor to talk about the importance of early detection. It saved my life on 2 different occasions. Because of early detection, I've survived to see my son graduate. I've seen my daughter marry a wonderful fellow. I dragon boat with an amazing group of breast cancer survivors in a breast in a boat. I run with the Running Rooms Clinic for survivors. You can tell the 2 groups are here. I compete in triathlons, completing 6 so far this year, with one day hope of doing an Ironman. And I absolutely love the 1-800-GO-HAVE-ONE campaign. Ladies, if you are over 40, get on it. Go check it out. 1-800-GO-HAVE-ONE. Sadly, many of us here today have lost loved ones to close friends to this disease. Over the past few weeks, I've lost 2 very dear friends to cancer. As I walk today, I will be remembering these ladies and celebrating the impact that they made on everyone's life that they knew. Today as we walk, let's honor, remember, and celebrate those who are no longer with us, but continue to inspire us. I've been profoundly changed by the people I've met on my journey. My life continues to be enriched by the relationships that have been formed because of cancer. I consider it a privilege to be able to reach out my hand as that teacher did to me several years ago, offering hope to a new diagnosed patient, or someone experiencing a scare with breast cancer, or someone trying to help a friend go through cancer, or helping a survivor create their new life path for their own journey. Today as you walk, I encourage you, reach out your hand to someone. Let's join together as one community filled with hope and determination that soon there will be no more breast cancer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joanne, and certainly a very personal story, and we thank you so much for sharing it this morning. Again, on behalf of the Canadian Breast Cancer Foundation, I want to thank all of you for coming out early, for getting your teams together, for your fundraising. I want to thank